Yo, what's up guys? This is Skate Tutors, and I'm a skateboard instructor. And one of the first things I ever learned how to do when I first started skating was how to grip a skateboard back when I was in middle school. And there's a couple tools you need to do this the easiest way. Bottle of Windex, paper towels, razor blade, grip tape, and I like Jessup Griptape. It's my favorite grip tape. I've been using it my whole life and it's awesome, sticky, and grippy. It's a really solid grip tape. It's classic. It's been around forever, and they're still doing great. All right, so it's one of my favorite parts of getting a new skateboard is opening it. So we're gonna get right to it. Just take a razor blade, open it out. One thing I've noticed, because I used to have a skate shop, my parents used to have a skate shop, and someone told us along the way is to clean off your board with Windex. Because there's a lot of oils on the board when you first get it. I actually can feel them right now. You don't have to do this step, but I like to do this step because I know people touch the board, and I just touched it and got some of my fingerprints and stuff on it. Just want to keep it nice and clean to get the grip on it. So you just rip a piece of paper tail off, a couple of sprays of Windex, wipe it off. You make sure it's dry, like this. Make sure all the Windex is dried up. You don't want any wet Windex wetness, so you just want to make sure it's nice and dry. Awesome. All right, great. So I like to line it up. Get rid of that. We'll get down to the grip part. So the first thing you want to do is, cut myself! Just kidding. You don't want to cut yourself with the razor blade. So make sure you have experience using a razor blade. I'm going to show you the trick that I use. Cut the tape. So this is how I got it off the internet. It came rolled up. So you unroll it. Alright, so we're just going to take this and put this under the board for now. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the graphic. Alright, razor blade. So you can use it in the handle, but I have been using razor blades to cut grip my whole life, so I just take it out of the holder. You can open up your razor blade holder. And I particularly like the ones with the triangle ends on them. You can get the ones that are just straight here, and they work good too. They have actually a little better grip. So I like these because you can poke the hole through the grip using the razor blade point here. I'll show you that in a second. All right, next step, guys. This is an important step. Probably the most important step. You gotta make sure you have all your tools. So you got your screwdriver, you got your razor blade, and grip. Board's all cleaned off, ready to go. You don't need to worry about the sticker. Some people on YouTube say get rid of the sticker. You can if you want. I've never really gotten rid of it. Just leave it there. It's never messed up my grip coming off at all. All right. So I'm gonna line this up, guys, to my board. I'm gonna pull my grip out, and you just want to hold it over the deck. And you want to make sure it's covering the tail and the nose, and the grip's covering the whole top of the surface area of the skateboard deck. And you want to make sure it's covering here and here. There's space here to cut, and there's space here to cut. You don't want it right along the edge. You want space on the grip, so you can get your razor blade under there and cut it. So I like to line it up before I do it, make sure I have enough grip. And then I'm going to stand up and show you how to do this after I get the sticky part off. And also save the sheet here, because we're going to use that to push down the grip. Alright guys, so take this off, just peel it off like this, make sure it doesn't stick to your sleeve or anything. Put that side apart down, and So I'm gonna stand, I'm gonna look over top of the board and line it up from nose to tail. Make sure there's space on the side closest to me and the side farthest from me. This side and this side. And just line it up and just put it on.
Standing up and looking directly over top the skateboard is a great way to line up the grip tape.
So I have space here between the tail and the nose. I just place it on the tip of the tail and the nose. Where I have space here and here, about a ½ centimeter. You can see underneath. I have space here and here. And it's still like, you still can, it's not, I didn't press on it yet. It's still just kind of floating over top. So now I can feel the sides before I press it down to make sure there's space all the way up and down. Yep, it seems like there's space here. You can feel it with your fingers. You want like half a centimeter or a little more. So I got space here, here. So basically what I would do now is just push it down and make sure it doesn't have any air bubbles. So I got space here. And you always can pull it back up as long as you don't push it down too much. So that's why I always take my time with this part. Make sure I have space here and here. I do. So I can start pushing down on it. Kind of just push down. Got space, space. Check it, double check it, space. Now he's like pull up, give it a little more slack. It was stuck to the top, so I need to get more slack on the grip. It's too tight a little bit. You can always just kind of adjust it. Oh, you always can pull it up too. See how I just pulled that back? You only can do it like once or twice, but it works. And I just kind of push it down like this. Alright, so on YouTube they do this, and I've actually never done this, but I'm going to start doing it. I guess it helps you make sure it's all smoothed out. You take it and you put it this side up, the logo up, and you just do the same thing I was doing, but it's easier to push it this way and that way because it's smooth. And it does help because then your hands aren't touching the grip, but I like my way better because you don't actually need this piece to do this. It does help. And as you see, I don't see any air bubbles or anything. Looks pretty solid, guys. You can feel it with your hand like this. Just go over it. I like just to make sure I can feel the whole thing, and just, you'll feel like a little bump if it's an air bubble. And that's not good. You don't want air bubbles. Definitely not good. Alright, next step, guys. This is one of the most important steps. Guys, you just have to pay attention real quick. So you want to grab your screwdriver and you want to scrape it along the edge of the skateboard all the way around. I like to do this fast, quick, and accurate because you don't want to scratch up the grip. So watch how I do it. Real quick. On the nose, or I mean the tail. Get that side. You can always put it on different angles. Real quick, real quick, 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 quick. Come back over here. Get a good angle. Pressure is the key. Pressure and quickness. Quick. And pop. Bam. Look at that. And that's it. You want a nice line, just like that. All right. All right, this part's important too. So you grab your razor blade. You want to make sure you're holding it the right angle. So you want to cut kind of towards yourself, but away at the same time. So you want to cut this way towards your other hand, but you want to make sure your body's out of the way because you don't want to cut yourself. So you want to get ready. You got to pay attention here. You want to stick the razor blade from the bottom of the grip. And you can see how you have, this is what it looks like on the bottom. You can see you have space here and here. That's what you want it to look like from the bottom. So So you just want to stick it through the bottom, like this. Just like that. Oh, great. And I actually start cutting a little bit. And you want to hold the razor blade on an angle, diagonally, kind of like on a bias, like this, and you cut this way. And I actually like to cut this piece, just cut right through like this. Have that open so I can go and make adjustments without having it like sticking. And you want to make sure this doesn't stick to the deck of the skateboard, because a lot of times if the grip starts sticking, like gets folded too much over this way, it'll get stuck to the edge of the wood, and then you'll go cut it, and the razor blade will actually cut into the deck of the wood, and that's not good either. But it's not the worst thing ever. All right, so once you get your first initial cuts, you want to get your body in position to cut towards yourself, but also you want to pay attention to where your other arm is, and you want to do quick cuts, quick smooth cuts. So watch as I do this. I just cut a little piece of the deck right there. So you get your cut going, and you just glide with it. Come to the corners, sometimes they're hard. Corners are the hardest. I just adjust the board, so I'm going to adjust the board now like this, so I can get a different cut. I'll hold it like this, so now I can cut this way. Nice smooth cut around the nose. Adjust the board. Keep that cut going. Look at that, smooth cut. Oh, see here it's sticking a little bit. See how this is folding over? So I'll just get rid of that, just cut that off, bam. Take this, fold this in half. We'll use this later, you'll see. Be careful with the razor blade. I make my own little sandpaper. This will come in handy later. All right, I'll get back to my cutting. Get in a good position. It's all about adjusting to the cut. Oh, see, I actually cut a piece of the... Oh, I did almost. So you just want to get that cut going. Sometimes you gotta mess with it. Give it a little saw action. You got that cut going. Some people just go straight through it. This is how I do mine. I mean, you can see it's sticking here a little bit, but we'll get through it. Just pull it up. Sticking. Sometimes it happens. You can hold the grip up like that with your other hand. Coming to the side. Now I got this all. Alright, just kind of pull that out. We're good. We're good. It's all about adjustments, guys. Right around, just on the board. And getting my last cut here. Coming around, turn the board, getting ready for that last cut. And have that angle. And oh, and boom. Do that. And as you can see, I did cut a little piece of the deck, but that's okay. It's hard to film and cut at the same time. Not my best cut, but I think it's pretty good. What do you guys think? So basically, we're not done yet. So remember what I told you about that sandpaper we saved? This is the coolest part. So we take that, and you can see how there's a little couple edges. You can see how the edges, I didn't get it all the way. There's still like grip kind of just hanging over. If you sand it off, they'll keep the grip from shipping off. A little sand. I love that sound. The sound of a fresh deck. Sand it up. Sand it up. to kind of get into this because it's kind of a work of art. These are the perfect skate grip job. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, and then you're wondering how you get to the holes for your screws. So you go to the bottom. This is what I do. I kind of hold my hand on the other side. You just don't want to stab your hand, so you can start feeling the screwdriver go through. I kind of just turn it like this. And I'll start going. See it come out the other end. Makes like a hole. Man, I just hold my hand over it so the grip doesn't bubble. And you can start feeling it. You don't want to stab yourself. Don't like go like this. You just want to turn, and it'll go through it nice and lightly. And you can see the hole. Then you can see the holes. A lot of videos don't tell you how to do this because they just expect you to know where the holes are. I don't get that. This is a Phillips head screwdriver. You just gotta make sure the screwdriver is skinny enough to go through the screw holes. Alright, then the screw hole tops are bigger, so I like to make my holes a little bit bigger from the top. So I take my screwdriver and I put it on top here and I go like this. Make nice circles. For my screw hole tops. For my screw tops. When I put my hardware, when I put my skateboard together. Alright, and then we're ready to rock. Look at that, perfect grip job. This is Skate Tutors, guys. Smash like if you got something, skate knowledge out of this video. Comment if you have any questions how to grip a skateboard, any questions, any problems you're having about when you grip your skateboard, any issues, I'll help you with that. Also, subscribe for more skateboarding videos, guys. Alright, peace out.
Don't forget to click on the box for more episodes of Skate Tutors.